I never know if it's going to count this time. It's really uncomfortable waiting. If you guys are listening, you might want to skip ahead. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday, March 22nd. Today is an A day, and we are recorded on Tuesdays and Fridays, in case you forgot that. So I do have several special guests. Before we kick it to anybody, let's do the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Today's an A day, and we've got two special guests. Take it away, special guests.
All right, I got a couple things for us today. First off, mock trial competition is happening tomorrow and on Thursday. So if you see anyone in mock trial, give them a high five, wish them luck. And if you're interested in joining for next year, talk to either me or Amy Shoemaker, and we can get you on the list.
Good luck.
We have Jamnesty coming up this spring. It's an annual fundraising concert. This year we're donating all of our money to aid in Ukraine. That will be on April 15th in the Little Theater.
Yes, and if you would like to audition, auditions are due by March 29th, and you can just scan this QR code and upload a video of your musical performance. And we're also looking for t-shirts design. So if you're an artist, feel free to send us a design to either me, Nathan, or Senor Burke. Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, special guests. Remember, if you want to be featured on there, obviously you need to be assigned to some group. And then after that, you can sign up in the main office so that we can make sure we add you to announcements. All right. Other announcements today. CPR training is going to be taking place again on the 25th. So that's Friday, 2nd, 4th, and 6th hour. We've got a blood drive that's taking place on the 30th. Make sure you signed up for that. Adastra is having all of their forms due by tomorrow, the 23rd. Know that this will determine your ability for acceptance based upon your eligibility, and you've gotten that email from Mr. Hilton already. Remember, artists, we are still accepting artwork till the 25th, and remember, they'll be on presentation from the 2nd through the 30th with a closing reception on the 22nd. We'll have a wrestling clinic this Sunday at Jefferson. It's for anybody interested from first grade all the way through high school, and that'll be from 11 to 1. And then, of course, I don't know if you saw this, but Miss Stolke, as we talked about before, is Miss Iowa Basketball and Gatorade Player of the Year. And this is the last time she'll be playing basketball. She'll be actually having a game this Wednesday at Kirkwood College. It starts at 6 p.m. If you get a chance, I certainly recommend going on out there and celebrating with her. We've got some speech folks who did super well. I don't know if you know this. Our speech team finished second at state, essentially. And we had really, really special nominees in different categories. And so I'm going to try and say their names and talk about which categories they were nominated for their excellent work at the state level. Isaac West was for review, while Riley Wakeham was also review. Max Klein had expository address and acting. Abby Owens had acting and spontaneous speech. Max Pospisil had improv. Jada Frederick Williams had the solo musical theater. Javar Young had radio news. Pashmina had literary program. Miss Mackenzie Eichhorn had storytelling. Isla was an improv champ. And last but not least, we had Layla Rusa, who did very well in solo musical theater. Again, second at state. There's kind of a reigning powerhouse school. We were as close as anybody's been to them in a long, long time. And we were pretty strong in that second space. Today's events have been actually postponed in terms of our track and field due to the weather, but we do still have Slice of Jazz. That'll be taking place from 6 to 7:30 in the auditorium tonight. Birthdays include John Schultz, Cassidy Yates, Leighton Charters, and Emma Falkenhole. Happy birthday to our Warriors today. We have no staff ones, and then some of you have already had lunch, but I'm going to read these anyway. We will have orange chicken, fried rice, green beans, and the school planned meal. We'll also have, of course, our burger line, our pizza line, and our Pick 2 chef salad. And that concludes our announcements. But we have one more thing since this is Women's History Month, and I promised you guys we would have some different speakers. I did get to catch up with our guest speaker for today. They recorded theirs because they're a busy person. I'm going to try to load it. It's Miss Tiffany O'Donnell, people. And here she is with a message for you today. Hello, everybody. This is a very special set of announcements. I know you've been listening to the rest of them beforehand, but today is part of Women's History Month, and we are honoring really important ladies, both in my life and to many of our Warrior students. So we've lined up a cool list of folks, and our first one today, or our one for today, is the wife of Washington Warrior graduates, mom of 2 of those grads. She is the CEO of Women Lead Change, and she is our newly elected mayor of Cedar Rapids. What I didn't know is, if you don't see her driving around town in style, you'll also see her possibly flying, as she is a private pilot. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us today, we have our mayor, Miss Tiffany O'Donnell.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ballard. Yeah, a little putt-putts. Don't get too excited. I always call it little lawnmower in the sky, those little teeny planes. Something I always wanted to do, by the way. It took me 2 years to get it done, but here I am. The skies have never been more friendly. Thank you so much for that. And I'm so thrilled that Washington High School is honoring Women's History Month. At Women Lead Change, it's my job every day to make sure that we have gender diversity at the table. And I specifically look at the world through a gender lens. And one of the things that I struggle with, and I find that some of my female colleagues struggle with this too. I'm going to ask you this question. Might be seem weird, students, but I want you to think of something that you may have failed doing recently. Think of a failure. I mean, like it could be a big one. It could be a small one. It could be not making a team. It could be failing a test. And then I'm going to say something else that might surprise you. Good for you. Good for you. Because here's the deal. What I struggled with, I almost didn't become, I was on a TV news anchor for 20 plus years, CEO Women Lead Change, and now mayor. These are things that almost didn't happen because I was afraid I would fail doing them. Thank God somebody, or, usually it was somebody, tapped me on the shoulder and said, hey, reality check. What's the worst that can happen? What is the worst that can happen? And so I'm challenging all of you today, Washington Warriors, women and men who may be watching us today. Go find something that scares you a little bit to do. Don't be afraid to fail. Failure is a gift. It is a gift that we can give ourselves. And just remember this one phrase that somebody told me one time, and I carry it with me every day. What may feel like jumping off a cliff, you'll find is really just a curb. Go get it, Washington Warriors.
Thank you so much. Thank you for taking the time. That's guys, marinate on that today. That's powerful stuff. And this woman knows what she's talking about. So thank you guys. Take care. And remember, you can even sign off for us today, Miss O'Donnell. You know how we sign off?
No.
We say it's always a great day.
Great day to be a warrior.
Yes, indeed. Take care, guys. Have a good one.
See you too.